Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi is the perfect example of partnership between two countries, the United States and the UAE. We're not just doing the traditional way of transplant, we're also innovating.
Abu Dhabi has a unique opportunity now to become a global biotech ecosystem.
We did the first robotic kidney transplant in the whole region. In the United States, as of now, there is no carbon ion facility. So as Cleveland Clinic Enterprise, we are expecting patients traveling from the United States to Abu Dhabi to get this type of treatment.
Partnerships are helping not only M42 but Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi economy is being diversified.
What we're doing here, we're giving hope to patients who otherwise didn't have any other chance for life.
Welcome to G42 On Air, your front row access to the AI breakthroughs and the visionaries transforming our world. From the heart of the UAE here in Abu Dhabi, G42 is a global pioneer in AI and cloud technologies, tackling society's biggest challenges, from healthcare and energy to climate and the frontiers of space. So how do we turn AI's potential into practice and purpose? Join me, Amandeep, for this special podcast series exploring groundbreaking innovations, why they matter, the responsibilities involved, and if these solutions can be scaled worldwide to maximize impact for all. How do AI-powered partnerships turn bold healthcare visions into reality? Today's episode dives into innovation, collaboration, and clinical excellence. And with me here in the studio is Dr. Georges-Pascal Haber, CEO of Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, and Dimitris Moulavasilis, who's Group CEO of M42. Dimitri, if I can come to you first of all, M42 has built a vast ecosystem, health, science, and technology. What role has partnership played in that journey?
I think partnerships have a core role across all our activities. I could refer, first of all, to our close partnerships with the G42 ecosystem. Today, we are relying on the Hasna data centers, the Core 42 GPU power. We collaborate with the AI native Inception, which is part of our ecosystem, but all other players like CPX for cybersecurity and others. We have technology partners such as Microsoft, which supports us innovating across all our business platforms and activities. OpenAI recently, which is core in developing AI further. I would refer to the Stanford Research Institute, which with it we are assessing and incubating health technologies. And the Edison Institute of Technology, a recent partnership between G42, Cleveland Clinic, obviously, and us, which we hope that we will help us to deploy population health programs. All in all, I would say that partnerships are helping not only M42 but Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi economy is being diversified, is moving towards a digital health economy, and we see a lot of initiatives in building both a biotech and health tech ecosystem, which we can later on scale globally.
So let's get into the diversification of the ecosystem here in a moment, but you introduced the Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi partnership, so that seamlessly allows me to bring in Dr. George. The power of partnerships, first of all. Of course, the birth of Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi came about because of a partnership.
Absolutely. Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi is the perfect example of partnership between two countries, the United States and the UAE. This is an example of success to treat patients and humanity across. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. 10 years ago, Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi was set with the vision to treat patients from the UAE and the region and provide them with the best care available, was world-class care. What we're able to achieve is second to none. Not only will we be able to provide quality care, but our results are as good, if not better, than what you would find in the United States or in Europe. To give you an example, kidney transplant. Kidney transplant program at Cleveland Clinic in Ohio is the #1 program in the whole United States. When we look at our outcomes at Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi for kidney transplant, they are as good, if not better, than the #1 kidney transplant in the United States at Cleveland Clinic, Ohio. That's what we were able to show, that we're able to do in the last 10 years. However, we're not stopping here. Just last year, we saw 10,000 patients that traveled from across the region and across the globe to Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi to get their care. Not any type of care, but complex care. I'm talking here about cardiac surgery, neurosurgery, transplant. Almost 60 patients came to Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi for multi-organ transplant, heart transplant, lung transplant, heart-lung transplant, kidney pancreas transplant. And we're not just doing the traditional way of transplant, we're also innovating. We did the first robotic kidney transplant in the whole region. In fact, we just did 2 robotic lung transplants, and those were the first, not only in the region, but across Cleveland Clinic enterprise. Not what we did in the first 10 years, we brought things from the United States here, and what we'll be doing in the next 10 years, we're going to innovate, shape the future of healthcare right here from Abu Dhabi, and take it to the rest of the enterprise and take it to the rest of the globe. Abu Dhabi, Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, is an incubator now for healthcare, for Cleveland Clinic enterprise, and for the rest of the globe.
I think there's such a fascinating insight into the extraordinary surgeries that are actually a reality due to those international partnerships. And we appreciate your frontline experience as a robotic surgeon yourself, world renowned, to give us those examples there, Dr. George. We've heard there about that international partnerships and collaborations, also at the heart of, for example, M42's national health initiatives. I'm thinking of the Emirati Genome Program.
Thank you, Madip. I think that the Emirati Genome Program is one of exceptional partnerships with the Department of Health. So far, we have sequenced more than 850,000 people, and we plan to have up to 1 million by the end of this year, which makes it the second biggest genomics dataset in the world. This is an exceptional example of partnership with the policymaker, but at the same time with technology providers, as it's a partnership with Illumina and Oxford Nanopore Technologies that we have built this project hand in hand over the years. I think this is a program that we're particularly proud because now on the back of this program, we are launching personalized care initiatives, clinical genomics, and we see already in Abu Dhabi that we have launched pharmacogenomics, and today we may define the right drug and the right dose of a drug for the average patient, ensuring better efficacy and less adverse effects, or we can predict inherited conditions and we can act beforehand. Let me say that now this is evolving on a global initiative because based on the capability we have built in Abu Dhabi, we're expanding globally. We have signed already an MOU with the government of Uzbekistan to deploy this technology in Uzbekistan and help them to develop their own national genomic program. And we have actually several other initiatives across a lot of countries which have seen the impact we have done nationally. Again, a great example how a national success based on a partnership can expand and help Abu Dhabi economy to be extrovert and look in other places in the planet.
And that's extraordinary. Again, it's a blueprint that's been created here that's actually being scaled up. You mentioned earlier the economic diversification of the Abu Dhabi economy. How important is it, these health partnerships that you both are across? How do they feed into that vision?
I think they're extremely important, and I can bring 2 more examples that this program made Abu Dhabi actually to be a hotspot where many providers would like to come in based on the amazing amount of genomics data we have been able to collect. And because of a trusted research environment we developed with Microsoft, Now we see many pharmaceuticals and biotech companies are very much willing to come to Abu Dhabi and collaborate with us and the DOH and create innovation through collaborative research. So Abu Dhabi has a unique opportunity now to become a global biotech ecosystem. Equally, we have partnered with the Stanford Research Institute, and we'll start soon to assess health tech innovative companies, which will help them, will incubate them. We're going to help them grow. We're going to help them realize their value proposition in Abu Dhabi and hopefully scale them and take them globally. All these initiatives will make Abu Dhabi the center of health, I think, globally and diversify its economy.
So, Dimitris, they're talking about the unique opportunity here in Abu Dhabi and becoming the center of health. Dr. George.
Absolutely. Can't agree more. Abu Dhabi is becoming the center of gravity, the hub for healthcare innovation. And to be able to do this, usually, if you want to develop a healthcare innovation ecosystem, you need three ingredients. You need talent, you need infrastructure, and you need the forward-thinking regulators. And I'm not aware of any place in the world where you can have those three together. But you have them in Abu Dhabi. And that's what positions Abu Dhabi in a unique place to be able, and starting to be, in fact, the center of gravity for healthcare innovation, for healthcare discovery, for discovery of pharmaceutical, developing new medical devices, advancing robotics. And you probably heard about our new affiliation with Neuralink. We will be the first place in Abu Dhabi with the partnership support and collaboration with the Department of Health. Will be the first center to be able to do computer-brain interface with Neuralink. We'll be able to help patients who are paralyzed, patients who are unable to speak, who have speech issues because of stroke, patients who have vision issues, blindness. We will be able to help them. We'll be the first center outside of North America who will be able to do the Neuralink trial.
That sounds like fascinating, cutting edge, and that's about to be introduced.
Absolutely. We are actively recruiting patients to include them in the Neuralink trial.
Dr. George, you described those key ingredients for a success story. Let's take them all. Regulation, infrastructure, and talent in reverse order. Talent. There is a healthcare worker shortage across the world. Attracting and retaining workers. What's the perspective here in the UAE?
Yeah, absolutely. So Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi is able to attract talent first because of the brand. It is an international healthcare system where we can move talent across the world between Ohio, London, Vegas, Toronto, and so on. So this is how we can move our talent and make sure we're providing the same level of care across the globe. However, what we're seeing now, we're seeing that Abu Dhabi is attracting people here on its own. It's attracting people because it's providing safety, security, good education, and a good healthcare. That's what people want for their family. In addition to this, it's providing a place for people to grow their career, to advance their career, and to have a purpose, to develop new drugs, to be involved in research, to be involved in innovation, and to change the way healthcare is being provided. And that's now what's attracting the people here. What's attracting them is the meaning, the mission, and the purpose.
So that's a really important part of the delivering on the partnerships that you're both securing, the people at the heart of it. Dimitri.
Let me first of all confirm the challenge. I think that the challenge will be even more difficult in years to come because of the aging populations. We're going to have even further scarcity. We see on top of that the Generation Z and the latest generations, less and less they're willing to make deskless jobs like nurses, and they prefer more like desktop jobs. As M42, we try to address the challenge by offering global mobility programs. We are in 24 countries and we have pools of talent across the globe. We use increasingly AI tools, which makes their work attractive, less routine more around their purpose of delivering care and less in filling forms and doing bureaucratic mundane tasks. And as Dr. George said correctly, Abu Dhabi by itself, it's already a very attractive place to attract talent. Also, to touch on your second point, because the last 20 years, the health infrastructure here became exceptional. People feel safe. They are happy to work with the latest technology. Cleveland Clinic is maybe the place to be very proud of in Abu Dhabi. And I think that all this together helps us in the Abu Dhabi ecosystem to really be able to attract and retain staff.
Gentlemen, we really appreciate your deep dive into the partnerships, the power of them, and what's quite unique here in the UAE. We're all based here. And I think it's fair to say that there was a time where the UAE and many countries here in the region was attracting the expertise and the research. But now we're seeing a pivot point, the exporting of talent, research, homegrown talent here in the UAE, that sense of collaboration between the population here. It's an extraordinary time to be here. I know you're both working on a partnership together. I've had the chance to be on stage with you both. I'm going to let you say it in your own words, but I'll give the key point there with Tokyo.
Yes, so we're proud to be the home for the new carbon ion treatment facility. So what's carbon ion? It's heavy ion particles that we use to treat patients with cancer, patients who otherwise wouldn't be able to be treated with normal radiation, patients who have a tumor that is radio resistant for radiation. Um, what we're doing here, we're giving hope to patients who otherwise didn't have any other chance for life.
So that partnership is giving hope. I've seen the footage. These heavy ion therapy centers, they're very limited across the world. It's a fascinating site. It's something that is only possible through this type of global partnership. Dimitris.
I'm just going to add this facility would be the only facility within 5 to 6 hours flight from Abu Dhabi. So not only we're going to be treated patients from the UAE or the region, but patients from across the globe. Just to give you an example, in the United States, as of now, there is no carbon ion facility. So as Cleveland Clinic Enterprise, we are expecting patients traveling from the United States to Abu Dhabi to get this type of treatment.
And I think that ties into my point there that international collaboration is allowing the exporting of the expertise that will be here. The patients will come in and they'll be able to get this amazing treatment.
Maybe I will I offer the following thought to this. I think, yes, technology is exceptional, but to my view, what is more exceptional is how Dr. George, his predecessors, and all the Cleveland Clinic teams over the last 10 years didn't just deploy technology, but how they operationalized the highest level of care. And it's extremely difficult. And we're all very proud for the work Cleveland Clinic is doing in the region. And this makes us all feel safe as we're here with our families. And we know we have access to the best level of care globally, just a few meters from our home.
And I think those key words there, Dimitri, that you bring up there, that excellence of care, that safety has been mentioned a lot. And at the heart of partnerships across the world in any nature is the word trust, needing the trust on both sides, on all sides.
Absolutely. There is nothing more important than trust. In healthcare, trust is very important when you have the physician-patient interaction, but also in partnership. The trust that we have between the US and the UAE to build something exceptional wouldn't have happened without the trust. The trust that we have building something exceptional between Cleveland Clinic and M42, Cleveland Clinic and G42, is also built on trust. This is how we're going to reshape the future of healthcare. It's all going to be based on trust. And then we'll add technology to it, we'll add genomics, we'll add all the other things. But the base, the foundation is the trust. And that's what we can found in abundance here in this country.
Gentlemen, I appreciate your trust today with going with the free flow of my questions. I want to make sure, as we have you here in the studio and away from your very busy day jobs in the frontline surgery or taking care of patients, are there any key partnerships or collaborations that we haven't covered so far? Should we be mentioning something here? Or something to come?
I think we have covered most of them or all of them. The only thing I would like to say is that I'm truly excited with what it comes now and the years ahead, tapping all these partnerships and creating exponential value from what we have today.
And of course, the optimism here is palpable. A last question, a call to action. What would be a critical step that you would like to see actioned in order to make partnerships here more fruitful, more collaborative, possibly scale up to reach the world?
So I just first in terms of partnership, I did talk about the Neuralink that we're very excited about. However, we're also working with robotic companies to develop robots here, and hopefully those robots will be taken to the rest of the globe. And not only this, but also do telesurgery and remote surgery, where Abu Dhabi could become the robotic command center for the rest of the globe. Those are very, very exciting things, and we cannot do it just as a healthcare system. We need to bring robotics centers. We need to bring M42 and G42 with AI. We may need to bring Space 42 to have low orbit satellites to do the communication. We need to bring cybersecurity with the G42 and so on. So this is how we can advance the field, and those are the type of partnership that are going to transform healthcare. This is on the biotech and the medical device side. There is also the biomarkers and how we're going to utilize biomarkers to improve detection of cancer and other diseases such as heart disease, stroke, and so on. A lot of exciting things happening, a lot of exciting things in pharmaceutical and drug discovery that are going to transform healthcare. Healthcare is at the cusp of a revolution, and I can't be more excited to be here and see it happen and be a participant of it.
And I love the fact that your face lights up when you describe it. It is very exciting, but to have your expert opinion describe it as exciting. Years ago, what you said about this being the hub of innovation, transformation of healthcare happening here in Abu Dhabi could have been dismissed as a very bold claim, but we're seeing the evidence of it now. Dimitri, building on that success story today, your call to action, what you'd like to see in the future.
I would like to echo George that the core of my thinking is excitement, again, because all these amazing partnerships with the G42 ecosystem, with all the AI and technology partners globally, with the Department of Health, which is one of the most sophisticated regulators I have ever came across to my career, we can really redefine how care is delivered. I think Abu Dhabi has a unique opportunity to scale up, move from sick care, episodic sick care, to preventive healthcare, drive large-scale population and longevity programs, create intelligent platforms that will allow people to being able to live a healthier, longer life. And I think that we will see soon many of these programs being deployed and delivered here and scaled internationally. I think definitely over the next 5 years, Abu Dhabi will become the true center of healthcare in the globe.
And you both are certainly instrumental, both in the work that you do, the teams that you lead, in order to secure those key partnerships to deliver on that vision and make it a reality. The word today is excitement. Exciting track record, exciting announcements to come. And we're excited to have you back here on the G42 On Air podcast to hear about the very exciting partnerships to come. Thank you so much, Dimitri and Dr. George.
Thank you, Amatip, and we're delighted to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for joining us. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And see you for the next episode of G42 On Air.